Hey guys, just want to do a quick video to try to illustrate a little problem that I've noticed here on the E-Flite Convergence. The one I have here that I purchased is a plug-and-play version. I'm using my own receiver in here, a little 6-channel lemon receiver with diversity. I've used them for a while. I've had great luck with them. I actually had a bunch of them, so that's why I chose to go with the plug-and-play. The stability on this aircraft is handled through the flight controller, so there was no reason for me to get the bind and fly with the satellite receiver. So that being said, let's get to the problem that I've noticed. I have already had about 5 flights on this with no serious problems. The only thing I've noticed on here is that when I fly in the airplane mode and I transition back to my multi-rotor mode for landing, it always gets stuck in a flare position similar to this, nose up about 30 degrees and won't go forward. It just sticks there, stays there. So I just transition back to airplane mode and go around, come back, go transition back to multi-rotor mode, no problem. So it's always the first time in. And I contacted Horizon on that. They haven't heard about it, so I'm just going to play around. But after reading the forums, a lot of people are having problems with these falling out of the sky on them. And I thought, well, you know, it might be pilot error, might be mechanical, might be software. So I thought I would really try to go through some of the things on here, try to find out if this one is acting funny in particular. So let me just plug in the battery and show you what I'm noticing here. So I'm using a DX9. If you see my videos before, you know that's what I'm using. I am basically programmed out of the manual with the exception of I am using my retract switch here for moving my rotors from multi-rotor to airplane position instead of using the switch over here. This switch I have for my stabilizer and my stabilizer off mode. So all I've done is reverse 2 switches, nothing major. Let me plug in this battery here so you can see what's happening. Let me set down the camera real quick. Okay, so I have plugged in the battery, and as you know, these motors go down and then they go back up, and it's ready for flight at this point in time. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just arm the AS3X by just running at the motors just a little bit and running them down. Notice also that my servo chatter has gone away. I am now going to cycle my motors up and down. Okay, so I'm transitioning now to the airplane mode. All looks well. Everything's fine. That looks how it should be. I'm going to go ahead and spool up my motors a little bit here. Everything fine there. I'm now going to check my AS3X gyro. I'm on stability mode right now. So when I pick up this aircraft and I tilt it, I've got my control surfaces moving in the direction they should be. So if this wing is banking up, my control surface is also banking up. That's correct. That's how it should be. And also, when I put the nose down and tilt the rear end up, my elevons are also going up. That's how it should be. So the gyro is working in the right direction. So that is good. Make sure you guys all check that, because if that is not going in the right direction, it's going to be near impossible to fly. So I'm in airplane mode. I now have elevon control, as you can see here. Everything's working as it should. Now, this is where things get tricky. What I'm going to do is I'm going to now switch from stability on to stability off. Okay? Back and forth a few times. And I'm going to try to do this so you guys can see it. I'm going to run my switch back and forth. So this is stability on and stability off. Stability on, stability off. You'll notice that the elevons are moving about a 1/16 of an inch. No big deal. I've seen that on other planes before. That doesn't worry me. What worries me is after I do this about 4 or 5 times, watch what happens. Ah, you see that? It was the right aileron that pitched up almost 90 degrees. And you can hear the servo chatter. So, stability on, stability off, stability on, stability off, stability, oh, there it goes again. So, not only is the aileron moving, but also the nacelle is moving. Now, I got to be honest with you. If I was close to the ground flying in airplane mode, and I switch this and this does this thing's going right in the ground. There's no question. There it goes. Look at that movement. Holy cow. And all I'm doing is moving the switch. And those engines ran up and I didn't even touch the throttle. Okay, here I am moving the switch. That's all I'm doing. Now watch. There they go. Okay, now I thought, well, maybe I'm just too close with the radio. Okay, fine. Let's back it up. I get it. Maybe I'm too close with the radio. All right, so now I'm about 12 feet away. There they go. Crazy. Well, there they go again, all on their own. Okay, so maybe there's some interference in the room. I don't know. Maybe. I'll try it out the flying field before I fly, but I suggest everybody check your plane, check the convergence, try that, because if you're switching these from stability mode off and back on and your plane goes to the ground, this could be why. So check it out. I'll keep you posted.